And I'm screaming, stop, stop, please, please, stop, to the bus driver. I did like this to try to like step on her leash.
My dog not a gangster like that.
He can hate me every day of his life. That doesn't mean anything to me. I can't allow my daughter to see her mother maybe get arrested because you want to say I stole a vehicle.
This is Judge Jerry Springer. Jihada Teal was devastated when her beloved dog Chloe was struck by a bus after being lured into the street by their neighbor's dog. Jihada suing for $5,000 for emotional distress. Delonte Ross denies his dog had anything to do with the bus accident. He is countersuing for $2,800 for the doggone emotional distress caused by the plaintiff's constant demands for money.
What do you have on the back of your
blouse? I have Justice for Chloe, which is my pet baby.
That's your dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
Also, I want to let you know I'm wearing a patch today because I had a little slight eye injury.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
So you can still see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Boy, are you lucky. You're suing him?
Yes,
Why?
I'm suing him. His dog was not on a leash, and that incident caused my dog Chloe to get hit by a bus, and she's no longer here with us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That day, we decided that, we wanted to go out to the park. I told my son to walk her first because I didn't want her to use the bathroom in my car on the way to the park. I'm sitting in my truck, and the defendant, Delonte, dog, which is not on a leash. My dog is on a leash. Okay. The dog is barking and now coming towards me like in an aggressive manner, as though the dog was...
But his dog's still across the street.
He's still across the street, but he's at the curb now, barking at me.
Yeah.
Okay. That bark was vicious.
My dog was out.
Yes.
My dog is not an aggressive dog. My dog is a sweet dog. Everybody loves my dog. His name is Joey. Oh, he's only 5 pounds. I don't see how he could do any harm to anybody or anybody else's dog, really.
Okay.
At this time, the dog is still across the street barking.
What does Chloe do?
Chloe is still with my son at this time, but she snatches out of my son, she jerks away from him. The leash slips out of my son's hand, and now Chloe is going towards the dog, and the dog is coming towards Chloe. His dog is barking, and it's coming towards the street. It wasn't in the street as of yet. And now there's a bus coming down the street. And I'm screaming, stop, stop, please, please, stop, to the bus driver. His dog didn't go all the way into the street. I guess it's trained not to go all the way into the street, or if it sees a bus.
Chloe went into the street.
Chloe kept going. When his dog turned, my dog didn't know to come back. She just kept going.
And got hit by the bus?
And got hit by the bus.
I'm sorry.
I thought she made it across the street.
Yeah.
Until I saw the bus move and I saw her laying there. I'm screaming, I'm hollering, I'm hysterical, my son's crying, everyone is so upset. My son's like, Mommy, it's my fault, I'm so sorry. I tried to hold her. Even when she was running across the street, I did like this to try to step on her leash, but I missed it. The bus split her in half. I called the police, they came out, and they was like, it's nothing they can do. Then they told me to call animal control, because it isn't the first time his dog was off the leash. Even the neighbors came outside because they heard me screaming. They heard me 3 to 4 houses down. They came out to try to, see what was going on. And they're like, that dog's always off the leash, but it's so little, we don't pay it any mind. The animal control was closed, so they couldn't come out and get Chloe. We had to scoop her up myself and bury her in my backyard. So it's all night, me and my son, we couldn't sleep. Every time I tried, I just saw her running, and then I saw her body there. And it's she's literally split open. It's my neighbor's fault, Delonte, because your dog is supposed to be on leash by law. Your dog is not supposed to just roam freely. Thank you. Animal control told me the next time I saw the dog off the leash to give them a call and they'll come get the dog. But I didn't call them. My baby is gone. Why would I take away his, to be put in a pound? That's not the dog's fault. The dog doesn't deserve to go to the pound. It's his owner's fault for not keeping him on a leash, for being negligent.
I just don't see how this is my fault. I do allow my dog to go outside and to play. Usually he doesn't go outside of my area. My dog, I know he wouldn't have attacked anybody out there. You know what I'm saying?
How
But at
you
the same
know?
time, because he's never done it before, so I
Just
don't
because
see.
he's never done it before doesn't mean he wasn't going to do
Okay.
it that
I don't
day.
see how he would just all of a sudden flip like that. He don't have bipolar disorder.
Huh, you don't know that?
I went to go get my dog, and my dog, he was already in my yard. I didn't pay attention to the fact that she even had a dog out there. I didn't know her son was walking her dog. I didn't see that. I just saw my dog. So I went back inside, and the next thing you know, I'm hearing craziness outside, yelling outside. Like, it's just like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is all this noise? Like, I go outside, and I see her running towards me.
Right.
She was screaming.
Sure was.
Like, she was like going crazy, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, I don't have time for that. Like,
Right.
it's not my dog's fault. My dog did not lure her dog into the street. My dog does not have the same kind of brain that we have. So I don't think that he came up with a plan.
You just said you don't have the brain, so how you thinking for the dog?
Yeah.
My dog, it's not. My dog is a sweet dog, just like you said your dog was a sweet dog.
Okay,
I'm sorry that
let's-
happened, but I mean, it is what
assume-
it is. My dog not a gangster
Here's-
like that.
It's a horrible thing to lose your dog for any reason. But the question before us in this court, is he responsible? There is no human way possible for us to know what both of your dogs were thinking at the moment.
Right.
When a dog sees another dog, very often they bark, they jump on each other. That's how they play.
He's saying his dog doesn't bark at people. His dog is so friendly. I'm across the street at my property, and his dog is at the curb barking. That dog
Okay.
is not as friendly as he's making it seem.
This is his dog,
Yes, sir.
and
And
this
that's
is.
his
Why my
apartment.
dog got hit because their dog came over here.
But all right, so the dog barks.
The dog comes, Jerry, when
Yeah.
that dog ran the first time before my dog even noticed the dog, the dog
Okay.
literally, I picked up something. That dog was coming
That-
towards me,
Okay.
Jerry.
My dog was probably just exploring. Like, he just,
All right,
he wasn't
we're all
coming over there
guessing.
for you. You said you were
Okay.
sitting in the
Hang on.
car. He
What
wanted to
happened
see
with the
you.
bus company?
Okay, so the bus company ran the video, the time frame of when the bus driver noticed the Chloe, and when it actually happened, he didn't have enough time to actually hit his brakes because it's
Yeah.
a bus opposed to a car. The bus company, they offered me a little settlement because it wasn't their fault, but I never signed off on it because they gave me they were trying to give me $350 for my dog.
Did they?
No.
Judge,
Well, if the bus ran over the dog, why are you suing him?
Because it's a civil matter and because his
Well,
dog.
yeah, but we know that the bus ran over the dog.
It wasn't
So
the-
it would seem to me, from your point of view, if you have a beef with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
it starts with a bus that ran over the dog. The bus ran over the dog, not him.
It's still his fault because once again, if his dog was on a leash, if his dog wasn't, coming at me, this would have never happened.
There's a countersuit. Why are you suing her?
because she called me talking about I needed to pay for her dog, talking about I needed to pay her for her the vet visits from the original purchase of the dog, talking about the vaccines and all that other stuff. I'm like, I'm not paying for that. Your dog ran into the middle of the street. I didn't make your dog.
Okay.
My dog didn't lure your dog. Maybe her dog, because my dog's a male and hers is a female. So maybe her dog liked what she saw and decided to chase my dog, trying to get after him. You know what I'm saying? Because, my dog,
Whoa.
you see, he got some flavor.
Is
You
it-
know what I'm
her dog's
saying?
her dog's a female
Yes.
running after a guy.
Yeah. Her dog's probably a gangster, just like
Okay.
My son was holding my dog with a leash. My son is traumatized right now. He blamed himself because Chloe snatched out of his hand. He had to watch us lift up a dog that was split in half. He cried, he blamed himself, and I had to let him know it's not your fault. Chloe literally ran off to protect me. That's what it was. And that's what dogs do. It's in their nature to protect the hand that feeds them.
Your dog left the property. So if that is the standard, two dogs unleashed were going off their property.
Exactly.
Okay.
And his dog wasn't off the property. Because his dog is barking and maybe enticing. Hey,
Yes.
I don't know how dogs speak, but maybe it means, hey, nice to see you. Come on over.
Right.
Let's play.
Right.
No one was being threatened at that time because that little dog was
Thank you,
barking.
Judge.
No, Jerry,
It's not
that
a
dog
threat.
ran
Thank
towards
you.
me.
Okay.
Exactly. But if
You
she
know-
had her dog leashed, then it wouldn't have gotten
All right.
ran over, Judge. I mean,
Okay.
it got into the middle of the street because she didn't have control of her dog
Yeah.
either.
This is a sad case. Did someone intend for your dog to be run over by a bus? This business of an emotional distress, you're suing for thousands of dollars.
Well, she called me to...
Yeah, she's upset on both your cases. I can't in good conscience fine for either of you, so I have to, on both sides, dismiss the case.
I'm not happy with this decision because, you know, I still feel as though it was my neighbor's fault because his dog was not on a leash.
My dog would say that he is very sorry for what happened with Chloe, but he did not force Chloe into the middle of the street.
Plaintiff Brittany Sudoff claims a night of passion turned into heartbreak when the father of her son tried to have her arrested while their child was in the car. She claims the car is hers, not stolen. She's suing her baby daddy for $4,425 for car payments. Cleavon Clemens claims he put the plaintiff's car under his name so she could get their son to daycare. But when she put her hands on him, Cleavon turned to the police for help. He claims he doesn't owe anything.
How did you two meet?
We just hung out for a while. This is when my daughter was in the hospital before her passing. We had that one engagement where it led to the birth of my child.
You had a daughter.
Yes.
And you were in the hospital with her, and
Yes.
she ultimately passed away.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's horrible.
We have a son together.
We're talking about two different children here,
Yes,
right?
so
The
my
fir-
daughter,
The
I had
one
to
who
do-
passed away was not his child
Not his child.
at all. What happened?
August 18th being my daughter's death anniversary, he did me a favor by putting a vehicle in his name for me. I made payments on it for almost...
So you decided you wanted to buy a car.
Yes.
Why did you put his name on the car that you were buying?
I had fines on my license at the
Oh.
time, so I wasn't able to put a vehicle in my name.
So you decided you needed a car. So
Yes.
you purchased the car with your money.
Yes.
You asked him, and he said yes, if he would put his name on the title because that would make it easier for you to purchase. But he didn't contribute any of the money. You paid the money, the down payment?
I paid the down payment,
monthly
I paid
payments?
the car notes, I paid the maintenance, the
Okay.
gas, all
So
of that.
basically it was your car, except in title it was legally his.
Legally, it was his.
Now, what's this suit about?
When he took my car from me,
How did he take the car from you?
he went to the police. Detective gave me a call. She said she has someone by the name of Mr. Clemens in front of her who would like to press stolen property charges on me.
He went to the police to tell them that his car was stolen
Yes.
by you, even though he knew what
That
the
he-
deal
yeah,
was.
it was-
It wasn't
yes.
stolen. You
Yes.
purchased the car. He just put his name on the title.
So, you know, having a stolen property charge can really hinder you in life, and I inevitably had to return the car.
It's not like you didn't know who had your car. So why would you call the police on the mother of your child and say it was stolen?
The police was involved because I asked for the car back weeks before that due to her using my child as leverage.
What do you mean?
She asked me, can I get a vehicle for her to put in my name?
Yes.
Understanding that the car was to use for her to get my child back and forth from daycare appointments. It's my car, my name's on it.
But
You
she
gon-
paid for it.
She put money down.
But who was making the payments? Inevitably, the car was not in repossession status, which means the car was
Okay.
still drivable.
All right.
I just got tired of dealing with her. Before I even called the police, she decided to put her hands on me.
I had to come to his house because he failed to return our son to daycare that day. Do you understand? I even called a family member to find out where my son was.
Why wouldn't you let him see the son? Are you worried that he won't?
Okay, so I'm going to go back to that. He was getting my son Thursday to Sunday once a week.
Yeah.
And then one day I got a text that said he wanted him Thursday to Monday. That's not fair to me. That's only Tuesday, Wednesday. That's 2 days. That's not fair. I can't allow you to think you're going to extort me because I have this car just because you want to see our son.
Never extorted her.
Okay.
We agreed Thursday to Sunday. I
All right.
accepted it, and that's when I wanted to cut ties with her. I wanted the reason I wanted the car back so I can get it out of my name.
Have you gotten the car out of your name yet?
Speaking
The
of
car
them,
was
I couldn't.
repossessed.
So she did not maintain the vehicle. The engine blew due to no oil in the car. So I wasn't about to pay for any of that. So now I have a repossession on my record because I gave the vehicle back.
Okay, and you are, sir?
Dwayne Huff. I'm her dad.
Welcome. And what can you lend to the story?
She needed that Jeep for both of the kids. He knew that right out the rip. How can she stole the car and the car is parked right there, especially it's parked in front of my house?
He can hate me every day of his life. That doesn't mean anything to me. I don't hate anyone because I lost a child. There's more to life than hating someone, you understand?
Yes, I do.
But your actions play a part in your character. My son is not a pawn. My son says his name all the time. He says Dada all the time. It really hurts my feelings that he can't see his child. But I can't allow you to think that you're gonna defame my character and still see our son.
She's delusional. The kid was there at the family member house when she came. She saw the police and she took off.
No, she didn't.
Okay, let me say this.
No, she did. I was there.
No,
You was
Daddy,
not
hold on.
there.
Hold on. So
I was there that
listen.
day to my grandson.
You was there at my house.
Hang on, sir.
My daughter is 4 years old. I can't allow my daughter to see her mother maybe get arrested because you want to say I stole a vehicle. It's just not right.
Why did you want the car back?
I wanted it out of my name.
Okay.
I wanted to cut ties with everything with her.
Okay, so you
She's
said that
understand,
to
but
me
so
with a title
much.
change.
She done put me through so much. I just want to cut ties with this person. I did not want the vehicle in my name. When I called the police to say it was stolen, they said I can't report it stolen because I explained the situation to them.
She did everything she was supposed to do under your original arrangement. She's not the bad guy here in terms of the car. Now, you have the legal right, because it is legally your car, but she's suing for some of the payments that she made. Now, the monthly payments that you made, that is on you because you were the one that had the car, that was driving the car. Correct. However, on the down payment, if you say this is your car, then I'm going to hold you responsible for the down payment, and I'm going to hold you responsible for half of the repairs. And the reason why is because whatever repairs were done at the time would put the car in better position for you to ultimately take it. It wouldn't be perfect, but whatever the maintenance was, you would benefit once you took the car. I'm going to say you're entitled to the down payment back, so you get that $1,000, and the maintenance was $1,266. You guys are going to split it, so you're entitled to $600 back of that. So therefore, on your lawsuit, I'm going to find in your favor for the sum of $1,600.
I am not happy with the judge's ruling, but I am happy that I am getting at least half of my money back.
We never had a disagreement about me loving my child and how I feel about it.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. For more Judge Jerry, click here. For more Jerry Springer, click here.